Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Mythgard in Middle-earth. My name is Olson, the Tolkien professor, joined as always by my friend Gryfflet, who is sitting with the nice fishing girl and the other children and dog on this pier, attempting to avoid the slightly depressing prospect of this nice lady here in Fenmarch who is looming so prominently in the foreground. This is not a quest Gryfflet is looking forward to completing, but I am sorry, Gryfflet. It is time. It is definitely time. So get up, Gryfflet, and let us get back to work here in Fenmarch. Just look at it this way, Gryfflet. It is not worse than like talking to the near widow of Theodred, so do what you can do.
What brings you to these lands?
Meregyth accepts the flowers from you and listens intently to what you have to say. Éomer will not marry me. Now, keep in mind, I don't have any authority for this, Meregyth. For all I know, Éomer is madly in love with you, except that's not true. I do know Éomer's future plans, because I happen to know the future, but, right, now I made the nice lady cry, and off she runs. Oh dear. Well, that went about as well as I expected, and was almost as much fun as I anticipated. Okay. Yeah, I've got to, go back and talk about the dreaded day. Where did the mead hall go? I've lost it. Hello? Mead hall? It's true, Phil. For all I know, Éomer does love Meregyth and, forces himself to marry the gorgeous daughter of Prince Imrahil. Out of political expediency alone. I can't rule that out. I really can't. But, I don't like to think so, but, right. Ardent Esoteric says, I still feel like maybe Éomer should have prepared you for that conversation. It seems odd to me that he didn't mention a betrothed when he asked you to check on Aldberg. Well, arguably, he thought it was none of my business. and I'm not sure that they're betrothed. I think she's just into him, or like hoping to become betrothed. They were just like engaged to be engaged. Yep. Morpheus, yes, I am not a Standing Stone Games employee. I am just a fan. I am the Tolkien professor, but I'm a fan of Lojo. I knew this would break her heart. I simply could not bring myself to tell her. Yeah, you're welcome, bub. Thank you for delivering such unfortunate tidings. Hopefully, when she has calmed herself, she will return in better spirits. Now we have more dire matters to attend to. Oh, man.
We cannot wait for the darkness to abate.
More dire matters. I got Tom Sawyered into doing this father's dirty work. These orcs have been a growing nuisance, and we need to stop them immediately, for they overwhelm us. We must locate their camp and drive them away. Unfortunately, I know not where to begin. The best course of action might be to ask others if they might have seen any evidence of an orc camp. Talk to the people of Fenmarch to see if we can find any evidence towards locating these orcs. Okay. Oh, there's more, huh?
This road leads to death.
I was furious when I learned that Guthlaf had been discharged by that treacherous Grima Wormtongue. It's only a matter of time before my son is called back to the side of Theoden King, and I want him to be ready. Also, he misses the Battle of Helm's Deep as a consequence, huh? I would like to craft a new banner for him, bearing the royal mark. The hide from boars will make for a sturdy canvas to work upon. Okay, look, if you're gonna make a banner that Guthlaf is gonna carry to the Battle of Pelennor Field, out of the skins of boars that are currently running around in the field. You better work fast, my friend. But I forgot. We have, we are living in the alternative time scale of SideQuest World. I love SideQuest World. I really wish that SideQuest World existed. It's one of the things I really hanker for, right? If only the time scale of my own personal epic quest line would dilate in the way that the game's time frame does when I start doing side quests, right? Oh man. Okay, so I'm talking to Selethruth. They're going for great names here. Wait, hang on. Selethruth. Where's Selethruth? Back in the mead hall, probably. She's probably standing right there, and I didn't. No. Oh, it's this very stern-looking lady. Okay, you're not as stern-looking as I thought. Your posture, I thought you were like standing there, but you've got your hands behind your back, like you're about to ask me to like pick which hand you're, holding the pea in or something. But okay, Selethruth.
Will you aid the horse wars?
Orcs. Nay, thankfully I have not seen any near this place. Although I was recently picking flowers and saw a great frog. It leaped at me and I thought that I was soon to perish. Ooh, am I going to get a frog quest?
Will you aid the
After being
Rohirrim?
frightened by those enormous frogs, I am afraid to collect the water lilies now. Would you mind doing it for me? What? Oh, collecting the water lilies. I thought you were going to send me off to kill frogs. It would be a great help to me. Go to the pond west of here and gather some water lilies for my dear Lily. Okay. She is at parade rest, Katriana. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Okay. All right, Selethruth. Well, let me... I'm supposed to talk to other folks, I guess. Let me interview other folks about orcs. Now being in the midst of my first real batch of Fenmarch side quests. Yeah, I do imagine that the lily gathering will be not without frog killing. Yeah. Frethi.
What business have you with the road?
We do not see much turmoil here, but I imagine that orcs do not consider marshland to be of great advantage. I do not mean to be short with you, but I have much to do. These chickens keep me busy. Okay. Really? How can I help you with your chickens, sir?
Will you aid the road?
These chickens are so unruly. Oh, aren't they, though? I cannot keep them still. It might be because they are so hungry, but how can I go get the feed if they will not stay still? Why do you want them to stay still? The moment I leave, they will run off. I know it. Could you do me a favor and collect a bag of feed from across the road? Foul proceeding. Yes, sure. I can help you with that. By the way, I discovered my family and I were doing a series of web searches this past week, which just had us all in stitches, looking at the various accessory products that are for sale on Amazon for chicken farmers. It started by looking up chicken blinders, like the little rubber blinders that you can buy to prevent the chicken that you put on their heads to prevent them from looking at each other, and like casting dubious glances in each other's directions. And from this, we found that they sold chicken diapers, which like kind of made our day. So maybe that's what this guy needs. If you get them some chicken diapers, you can keep them inside. So there you go, Frethi. I've solved your problem. Well, you did not take long. I was not even able to corral these chickens in the time it took you. Hey, look, I'm an experienced errand runner, my friend. If you would accept chicken feed, I could repay you in that. Otherwise, I do not have much aside from my gratitude. Hey, man, your gratitude and a little XP is all I could really ask for. All right, so this is great. Not so much with the noble quest lines here, but okay. All right. Ooh, people with technical support questions. Sorry, I cannot help you with that in any way, I'm afraid. I can help you with many things, but mostly Tolkien lore related. So that's mostly, I guess that's not many. You could call that one thing. But there are many aspects of Tolkien lore maybe I can help with. But I can't help with technical aspects of the game. All right, Drutwald. They go for the wonderful Y vowel here, which makes their names mostly fun to say.
What brings you to these lands?
Drutwald. I have seen no orcs, but I did see Meregyth run past earlier. Yeah, totally my fault. She looked quite upset. I hope she is well, for she is a very lovely young lady. You might want to seek out Tova, though. I heard her talking about a giant boar. That may be of more concern than any orc. Uh-oh. She is going to do away with me. Uh-oh. Oh no. I cannot find my ring anywhere. I have been delivering hay for many summers, and I have never lost it. I wager it is near one of the haystacks, but which one? We're looking for a ring in a haystack. I must begin preparing dinner. If I do not, I will be in even more trouble than I already am. It must be at one of the haystacks I delivered today. It should not be too difficult to find. Search for my ring. Finding a ring in a haystack. Is this like designed to like build more empathy for Sauron's position? Is that the purpose of this quest, do you think? I bet it is. Oh, it's the guy who's mysteriously digging a hole in his front driveway.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Tova, it was not a giant boar, at least not one that is still alive. I was out for a walk, clearing my head, and nearly stumbled over it. I was a bit taken aback, for there was a boar skull secured to a tree stump by rope, and there were other bones all over it. Oh dear, yeah, I know all about this. Finally, somebody with orc news. I ran back here as quickly as I could. I am not sure who made the horrid thing. It could be the orcs, but I cannot be certain. I think I can, Tova. When I returned from my walk, I noticed that my locket was missing. I do not know. Boy, people just don't hang on to their valuables around here. It's likely it fell off me when I was frightened by that boar totem. If you will be going that way to investigate the totem, could you please be vigilant for my locket? It means very much to me. The bear totem I discovered was southeast of Fenmarch. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Still mostly everything inside the town except for the missing locket, which is way out there in the fens. Hang on a second. Which one am I in the middle of? Oh, the ring in a haystack one. Okay. Fine. Well, step one. Find haystacks. Again, this lone creepy individual digging a hole in his driveway, I don't really know what to say about that. Alright, I think I will, no, I might want to return to Aldburg. I think I'll hang on to that. Do I really need the one for Hutbold, though? That I doubt. Okay, alright, that's my Aldeburgh one. Oh, that's my Moria one. Good times. Okay. Haystacks were back towards the well, right. Probably on higher ground, right? Well, they're somewhere around here. But yeah. Yeah, I think they're probably further up. Let's see what we can find. In the meantime, let's, let me, look for lore questions. Okay. All right. So, Tomas, let's see. Tomas says, right, he had a question earlier about early Germanic names, and he's among the hobbits, and he's expanded that a little bit. There seemed to be standard that female hobbit names are botanical, but among males I see a recurrence of early Germanic names, more specifically Frankish, Frodo, Fredegar, Pippin. Is this just a coincidence, or do you think that Tolkien was trying to establish some sort of linguistic connection with other early Germanic groups, such as Anglo-Saxons with the Rohirrim or Gothic with the Woodsmen? Yes. Yes, that is not a coincidence. So remember that the appendices reflect a relatively advanced state of Tolkien's world building, basically. Not like super advanced, like he will go on to work on it even more. But, well, no, there's a really small range in which I'm meant to find haystacks. Really didn't think finding the haystacks was going to be the challenge. Oh, here are haystacks. Right here. What's the problem? Anyway, so... Wait, don't I get to search them or something? I don't know. I'm just kind of looking around here to see, like, what I can't even interact with anything around these haystacks. I kind of thought I might be searching haystacks, but no. Huh. Are there other haystacks? Alternative haystacks are available? Okay. Excuse me. Do you have a... No, this is the dude who delivered the haystacks. I am so confused. Okay. So the quest map is just kind of trolling me, basically. Oh, hark. Haystacks. Aha. Excuse me. I'm just gonna... Found it. Okay, great. Awesome. Found your ring, dude. That was pretty easy. Fortunately, easier than other people find it to find rings in haystacks, if you know what I'm saying. Except you don't, Truthwald. Oh yeah, I found it. I hope it was not too difficult to find. No. Once I found the haystacks, it was easy enough. And now my wife will not make me sleep in the marsh again. Okay, dude. Okay. I think we've all been in the marsh at one time or another. Great. So, right. Pigs for the royal banner. Where are those hanging out? Oh, right. Down there. Okay. And then lilies. And the missing locket. Got all kinds of things to do. All right. All right. So... So far, no frogs. Are there giant frogs here in the pond in the middle of town? Well, that was like a perfectly safe and secure acquisition of water lilies. I didn't get jumped at by a single giant frog. Huh. That was unexpected. Okay. Anyway, I was about to start talking about names.
What brings you to these lands?
You're welcome. Okay. Sure. Okay, I think now I get the ones in a line here. All right. So yes, so Tomas, I was talking about Hobbit names. So yes, I was talking about the advanced state of the world building in the appendices, and in particular, in the appendices, he had begun to work out. By the time he was writing the appendices, he had begun to work out several things. One of the things he had begun working out was the relationships between there we go. The relationships between the different language groups. And ooh, the skills look different. The fancy things. It must be that was part of the update, huh? The little shiny, swirly things around the skills when you use them. That's kind of fun. Yeah, that's gonna take a little getting used to, Holgra. I agree. Anyway, I do believe that he had both worked out more the history of the hobbits, geographically speaking, like where they were, and so he had, I believe, been theorizing about the fact that there we are. He'd been theorizing about the hobbits' origins and therefore the origins of their names. And so yes, it is not at all an accident that you see those Frankish names and things. There are some what I think are simply like Easter eggs among the Hobbit names, like Dodinas, which is the name of one of the Knights of the Round Table, and Fortinbras. But is Bingo a Frankish name? I don't think so. I don't think so. But he was already clearly thinking in this, and like Hamilcar, for instance, is also, a Carthaginian name, of course, quite most famously. Yeah, so. All right, got another boar hide there. Gotta hunt some more boars around here. But yeah, it is definitely not a coincidence. Might help if I turn floaty names on here. Where are the boars? Oh, a slug? No thanks. I'm good. Now that I've said that, I'm probably going to be sent on a slug acquisition tour. Yeah. Okay, so Mary Devonka, which is a fun name, says hobbits are not children of Iluvatar, right? No, they are. They are. Though the origins of hobbits are very mysterious, Tolkien never explains this. It's very clear. It's explicitly clear that hobbits are humans. Like, they're variants of humans. They are a sub-race, not a separate race. From a, what happens to them after they die perspective, they are definitely identical with humans. So yeah, absolutely. And come on, wait. There we go. So yes, it means at some point, in the past, presumably the distant past, something happened to a bunch of humans that made them hobbits. Like, I don't know how it is. Again, this is never explained. Tolkien never explains what happens here and how the hobbits came to be. Was it natural evolution? I don't think it was. But they're not alone in this, hobbits, I mean. There are the Druidon as well, right? Another physically variant group of humans who, we don't understand how they got to be both physically different from the other humans. Not quite as short as hobbits, but, kind of in the hobbit direction, They're much shorter than... they're much shorter than... Where am I going? I'm just going straight to Tova up the back way, huh? Okay. Huh. Yeah, there we are. That's fun. Yeah. So, I mean, they're much, much shorter than regular humans. The Druidon, the Woses, the wild men of the woods. And they have, like, powers, special powers, according to the essay on the Druidon in Unfinished Tales. Like the whole statue thing, like the watch, the watchful stones and stuff. So that's there are two examples of these sort of subspecies of humans, hobbits and Druidon, who have altered somehow under the influence of something or other. We don't know. Tolkien never explains how this comes to be. But I have to imagine. I don't have to. I choose to, honestly, imagine that the answer to that question of how they came to be is through some kind of direct intervention. I think somebody made hobbits. I think that there's probably a backstory. If I had to guess, this is just a guess, mind. I am not speaking authoritatively here. I don't know. But if I had to guess about the origin of hobbits in this way, I would guess that it was an intervention of one of the Valar. But I don't know. Tova, found your locket. You're already in use, Tova? Oh, okay, there we go. I thought I had seen this locket for the last time. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay, boy, we're just... all right. There we go. You're welcome. And now I just have to go back to Spar Havoc. So, okay, any theory as to who the Valar would be? Mary Devonka wants to know. It's an excellent question. Let's see. I've speculated about this. What was my guess? Nienna? Nienna's one guess of mine. It would be really fun if it were... So, Nienna is one guess that I have. But my other guess, I like to think that it would be one of the minor ones. I say Nessa. That's my guess. Nessa, wife of Tulkas. First of all, because she doesn't do anything else. And secondly, because, you know, what Nessa is primarily associated with, apart from running really fast, which admittedly is not super Hobbit-like, is just like dancing. You know, she seems to be the Valar of, like, I don't know, merriment, right? I mean, I get the opinion. I get the sense that Nessa and Tulkas are like really fun to hang out with, right? I mean, like those are two fun-loving folks, and so Nessa, I kind of like the Nienna thing as well, mostly just because I love Nienna, but Nessa I think would probably be my number one guess. But again, this is me making up stories. This is not me. Well, I guess it's me interpreting stories, but this is me making up stories. Okay, Spar Havak. I found your boar skins. Get to curing, my good man. This will be more than enough for me to begin. Hey, no worries. Your son will soon ride proudly beside the king, carrying his new banner. Yes, Spar Havak. Yes, he will. This is interesting. I do not know whether there is a connection, but it is worth looking into. This totem could have been made as a jest, or there could be something more malevolent behind it. Yes, I believe so. Could you go into the swamp and look for this boar totem? I already did. I'm curious if there's a connection between it and these new orcs. Yes, there is. Tova mentioned... Spar Havak, your side quests here in Fenmarch are untidy. Yes, JJ's pointing out that even the martial tradition of Hobbit seems to tend towards archery / throwing stuff, which translates quite well to non-martial sports too. Yes, Bilbo's quoits, darts, bowls, nine pins, etc. from the Hobbit, yes. And very good aim with the stone. Yeah, no, exactly. I could easily imagine that the kind of, that sort of dexterity, not only the kind of nimbleness and stealth that hobbits show, but even things like that, even the, like, aiming and throwing activities that hobbits are really good at. It seems to me to fit with Nessa, wife of Tulkas. I could easily imagine that. I'm liking my guess more and more. All right, I don't want to be assaulted by boars. I've just got to get back here to the... Boy, I wasn't even warned about the slugs. I was cautioned about the frogs, though have I seen one? I've seen the little ones. Yes, they are also the sort of skills you can practice at the Green Dragon. I agree. Okay. So here we are. Yeah, of course I noticed the bear totem. Oh, there was a snake in the grass. I saw something in the grass. Okay. Yeah, just like the other one. Huge boar skull, some bones, the stakes. I think it's identical. Boy. The archers are unnecessarily unpleasant. Yikes! Am I ambushed by like 5 folks? Alright, I'm gonna have to chill out a little bit here. I expected to get ambushed, but that was rather a larger ambush than I was expecting. Whoa. You spotted me from way over there? Well, I don't mind taking on 2 melee guys at once. It was the archers that were really awkward. And they seem to have vanished. Oh, no, there's another one. Oh, good. So you've gone with the horns and the tusks, huh? You're not a little bit afraid that that just makes you look like a TV aerial? That's okay, man. You do you. Personally, it screams overkill to me. Sounds almost like you're overcompensating, you know? I mean, you can be ferocious your own self. You don't need quite so many bony protuberances just to try to, you know, convince others that you're intimidating. Be more confident in yourself, Orc Archer. That's my advice. Not that you asked. Okay. No, I don't think that, yeah, there wasn't a Defiler there, Phil. I think that was just the Archer poisoning me. Like they do. Okay. Yeah, it was rather a nasty ambush, Thane Spar Havoc, but took care of it. I'm still surprised. I mean, I'm well over level now for this area, and I'm still getting my head handed to me in battle here. Why would the orcs attempt to scare us with these boar totems? It doesn't make much sense to me. They're already imposing as it is. What, the orcs? We need to find where these orcs are coming from and put an end to them sooner than later. However, Meregyth has yet to return. Oh dear.
This road leads to death. Should return to Edoras.
Ooh. Boots. I'm going to get the boots of Eastfold before I get the boots of Kingstead. Would I go look for her? Let's see, are these an upgrade? Kind of are. Kind of are. Not fully, but I think I'm going to start upgrading. She was heading towards Beaconwatch. She goes there to be alone. What does that say for the people of Beaconwatch? Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Make sure I didn't find any. Okay. Yeah, that's like my pet peeve. Item quests. Pending loot quests. Okay. Do I need to level up any of these things? No, I'm good. Alright. Excellent. Alright. Then find Meregyth. Oh. No, she's not in Beaconwatch, apparently. Maybe it does suggest that the people of Beaconwatch mind their own business. That could be a lovely thing, I agree. Come to Beaconwatch, where privacy is respected. Sure. She's on the road to Aldburg. Is she? Wait. A flower that resembles... Oh no, I'm following a trail of flowers. Wow. Did the shadows always do that? You know, move like that? Was that tree blowing in the wind? Is this a new shadow pattern? I don't remember the shadows of leaves like this. Is that just me? Am I just paranoid because I know there was an update? Okay. All right. Ooh, Autoflagellator has a question about the Inferno discussions. Oh, wait, hang on a second, Autoflagellator. Tomas, I'm not 100% sure I finished answering your question. I keep getting distracted. Because, but yes, like, given that Tolkien had basically kind of decided to represent the connections, the cultural connections, the cultural and geographical connections among the people of the, of Rovanian, essentially, and, sort of map them onto the, sort of Germanic language family. He was absolutely, playing with that, and I think that that's so yeah, not a coincidence at all that he has the Hobbit language, the Hobbit names, sort of older names there, which had presumably been passed down in families, be of that kind. That seems to me perfectly good. Oh no, it's a waterfall. Oh no, there's the flower. Did I find her trail along the stream? She didn't like Neonor herself, did she? Let's hope she went upstream for quiet contemplation. Well, this is lovely, this area. The mountains, the stream, the enormously ugly boars, the flowering trees. I like that. I'd come here to be alone too. Nor would I at all resent well-intentioned hobbits sent by my father. Oh, look, a nice little stairfall. Wow. Yeah, this place is great. The Gris Chatroful. Oh, that can't be good. Oh, yeah, up a narrow path, huh? What do I got? Examining the bones. Alright, I need to examine the bones around their camp. The boar tribe orcs are unpredictable and dangerous. Kill bunches. Okay. So, the hidden threat, which has been revealed by the landscape quests. Okay. Oh, right. Wow. So they're orcs responsible for Meregyth's disappearance. So she did not just come to her thoughtful spot. Wow. So the boar sigil here on their banners looks like an unholy combination of a biohazard symbol and the head of Cthulhu. Kind of like it. The double tusk thing. Are those the skulls of children? Or hobbits? It's deeply reprehensible. Okay. Oh yeah, there's a bone over there. Look at the blood on the back of his legs. Did you sit down on a carcass? I don't even want to know, man. I really just don't. Okay. Oh. Look, I have another friend. Okay. Fine. Now I can look at the bone. Okay, I was in a pile of bones. I was hoping for a little more, but it's really a solitary bone lying about. Wait, I don't see any. I just need to have done it. I don't actually make any observations. I agree. I also would not recommend in general the wearing of skulls as codpieces. It can't be comfortable. I can't agree with you more. I mean, codpieces are not comfortable under any circumstances, but skull ones? Yeah. Boar tribe orcs are using wagons to transport supplies. You should destroy these wagons to hinder their war efforts. Okay. Yes, they've got battle buggies. No good. We can't have that. Oh, Phil, when you... Boy. Seriously, guys. So, okay, Gryfflet is 4 levels higher than these mobs, right? My question is, why is he having such a comparatively hard time? They keep spotting him. His attack from stealth is only doing like between 25 and 50%. Like back in Wildermore, when I was 4 levels higher at the beginning, I was like one-shotting or threatening to one-shot some of these dudes from stealth. And I just don't understand why he's... I mean, yeah, I'm upgrading gear a little bit, but his his weapons are relatively up to date. Yeah, no, my legendaries are okay. I mean, here's my main one. It's a level 85, and I'm 93, so I'm a little growing out of it, I know, but it's not like I'm still using a, level 71 or something. Okay, I only need to kill one more orc, so... But I suspect I'm going to end up killing more than that. Alright. Let's see. Oh, autoflagellator, right? Your Inferno question is about snakes and loins and tying around the other side. Yeah. Should probably save that one on Flagellator first of all, because no one's going to have the faintest idea. No one who's not in that class is going to have the faintest idea what we're talking about. And in order to explain it, I'd have to describe it, which I know is disturbing for many people. So maybe we shouldn't talk about this now. Anyway, we're going to come back to this whole question of like the snakes and what's going on with the snakes next time. Anyway, this coming Wednesday. Which do I want more? To not have another combat with these orcs or the treasure? I think treasure. Alright, so... Bam. Well, that was almost 50%, but still, it's not overwhelming. Oh, good. Yep, I did, in fact, slay several of them. It's true. Okay. And here's the chest, and in it is... Oh, yes, okay. Emeralds, some soil. Great. Worth it. I get that sweet crafting material. Okay. Oh, man, these guys who just wander up from the landscape, they are super, super annoying. Yeah. I don't know, I kind of dig the new the new animation on the skills. I've decided I like it. Okay. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Now where are we going? Looking for Meregyth. Oh. Hi there, you guys have a bone over here. See if can I stand behind the tree and examine it from here? I can. Nice. That was cunning, Gryfflet. Okay, let's see. Oh. What is this isolated orc hut? They put up a safety rail with spikes? What is this, to prevent a cavalry charge over the waterfall? or is it like, you know, keep their kids from going over the edge? Oh man, I can't climb up. Oh, these are fun little hutments. Yeah, so what do you have? Like prison cell on the ground floor, watchtower on top? I like it. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, yeah, there we go, guys. Okay. I got another bone up here. Boy, these bones, it's more... I didn't expect this to be a kind of a scavenger hunt thing. Oh, good. Oh, I love it. The bones that can be examined. But I want to find out, what am I... Do I have to, like, wait until I've gotten every bone to find out why I'm interested in looking at the bones? I mean, I can understand, Phil, about not making, you know, drawing rash conclusions from incomplete evidence, but, you know, there's scientific thoroughness, and then there's just procrastination. Oh, man, the wooden chest came back? No. I'm not going to spend all day just waiting for that to... for the chest to respawn. Refill with more sweet, sweet treasure. Okay, oh, there's one burned buggy. Must be a whole nother branch of camp that I'm missing here, because I only found the one buggy. And there's the gate again. What is the problem here? What turn am I missing? Okay, so there's nothing over here. Then we come around here. And... okay. And there's the wooden chest. And there's up the hill. Apparently I can turn left up here that I missed. Okay, yeah, I was just too busy sneaking around behind that bone to go this way. Okay, here we go. Another battle buggy. Though it looks much tamer than the battle buggies of Angmar. Okay. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay. Oh, and there's a bone. Can I sneak up on this bone too? Oh, yeah, I should be able to. Okay. Still haven't found Meregyth. Right, yeah. Matt suggests that the barrier on the waterfall is required by OSHAO, the Orcish Occupational Safety and Health Administration. Yeah. It's good to see that they're building their camp to code. Oh, here we go. The boar tribe's orc leader's defeat would certainly send the rest of the tribe into disarray. I am sure that it would. As, no doubt, would the identification of all of these bones. I got caught with my last bone, but that guy over there is wholly oblivious. Okay, let's see. After examining several bones, it is clear that they are the bones of boars. Seriously? Well, I'm glad we've put that mystery to rest. I never suspected that these orcs, which we've been calling the boar orcs, might have been using the bones of boars. Though, speaking of Arthurian knights, that always does, you know. Ooh, there's a chest over here. There's a chest in the battle buggy. First, loot chest. Then, burn buggy. Ooh, an emerald. Lovely. The chest opened. Look at that. It just opened. Did you see that? It popped open. And then it latched. That's new, right? That didn't used to happen? With even the little sound? They always do that? I'm just not observant. See, this always happens to me. Whenever there's an update, I can never tell whether something is new or just like, or I was just oblivious. Because I always, you know, I'm a fairly oblivious guy. With the supply wagons destroyed, the boar tribe orcs will be hard-pressed to restock. Ha! Take that! You perfidious crew. Alright, I'm still oh, feast! Feast. It's a good thing there aren't multiple ones of him. Hey, Meregyth. Oh, she seems to be okay. Hi there, feet. Ew. Oh, come on. I was just looking at your gear. Tusks all over the place. Yeah, you must be super uncomfortable, man. Also, you have a surprisingly small amount of morale. The boar tribe orc leader has been defeated, creating confusion. Hooray, I've created confusion and delay.
Our mission is dire.
I was hoping that you would find my trail. If you had not given me those flowers, I do not know how I would have been found. We need to leave here, but I feel it is not safe. Beaconwatch is closer than Fenmarch, so we should go there. Hooray! Boots!
Our success depends upon our strength.
Now that you have cleared a
Will you
path...
aid us?
Ooh, level up, really? Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I will travel to Beaconwatch, as it is nearer and more heavily fortified than Fenmarch. There is a spot near the mead hall that overlooks Firian Wood. Really? I like to go there when I need to be alone. Beaconwatch is just down the road to the south. Okay. Part rescue quest, part vector quest? I dig it, Meregyth. You're just going to run right back through the middle of the orc camp. That is my kind of NPC. Okay. All right, thank you for my spare bridal leveling up notification. Okay. So, really? That's where I am? Huh. So I have to go all the way back through the camp too, huh? I guess. I do like the... That is a very fearsome banner. I think these boar orcs might have one of the most intimidating sigils of any orc tribe I've found. Hey, did you guys see this lady run through here? I always feel so guilty when they talk about me clearing a path, but everything has respawned since I did. Meregyth must have fought her way free. Alright. Alright, back now down to the peaceful part. You know, just me and the Loth Bear over here. Let's mount up and make for Beaconwatch. Yeah, carry on. And there's the road. Okay. We're traveling, I hope, in the vague direction of Beaconwatch, but maybe not. Wait, there's another turn? Oh, no, that just... Okay. I'm like, wait a second. I thought this road only went one place. Okay. I'm looking for... at the banner... oh, it's a beacon. Right. Would be. Okay, so the Beacon Hills. Minrimmon. Okay. Firian Fold. Right. Calenad. And there's Araros up there. Okay. Right. So this is where I peeked down. Here's the path, the portageway that comes down past Rauros. Okay. So I've circled almost all the way back around. Lovely.
I'm afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Okay. Talk to Meregyth. Well, first I've got to find her. Where Where did she say she would be? The mead hall? All right, we're having a little dance party here in Beaconwatch. What I want to see is, like, from here. What is this? It's the tavern. Oh, great. Like, from here, where can you see the beacons? Like, I keep looking around hoping to see where a beacon would be, were it to be lit. And after, you know, the dawnless day happens, can you come back here and see the beacons lit? That would be awesome. I would just really love to see the beacons from a distance, you know. Okay, here's the other gate. Oh. Well, this is lovely. Then up the hill. Mead Hall must be up there. Yeah, I figure there's probably a tower. Maybe attached to the Mead Hall? I just want to see where I can see a beacon afar, you know, but maybe it would be easier to see in the daytime. I mean, you know, when it's not lit, but it's only evening now, so. Okay, see tables gathered around central fire pits. That's the way to do it. Hi, Cúthing. You don't even have a chair. You're like, the Thane must stand. Okay. Okay, so Meregyth not here. This is kind of plain, though I like the cross, you know, the X's. It's kind of fun. But, you know, there's much less color here than in a lot of mead halls. Very few tapestries, and not of a very colorful variety. You know, this feels like a very plain sort of workaday mead hall. Oh well. Okay. Oh, hang on. Meregyth is behind the mead hall? No. Ah. Oh ho. Uh-huh. This isn't an outhouse, is it? No, it's a watchtower. This is just what I was looking for. Okay. Yes, I think so. And there's the beacon. Fantastic. Why is nobody up here watching the beacon? This is Beaconwatch, for crying out loud. I'm glad I'm here to watch the beacon. Let's see. I'm looking. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm getting greedy now. I want to see a second beacon. But of course, you really only have to see the other beacon from that beacon, but. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, I know Meregyth isn't up there. But, you know, I had to make sure. It's best to be thorough. Oh, here she is. What, do you have a summer home here? You're standing in the yard of this house in a rather proprietary manner. You living a double life in Beaconwatch?
Will you aid the horse lords?
I still cannot help be sad. However, I realize that I am fortunate to have my life after being taken by those dreadful orcs. I know in time that the pain will subside, but for now I cannot help but grieve for my misfortune. I shall not burden you so with my troubles. I cannot thank you enough for your bravery and honor. There is no telling what those orcs would have done had you not arrived. That is certainly true.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
The boar tribe is dangerous and needs to be dealt with swiftly. I'm afraid that if they are not stopped soon, they will only grow stronger. Our numbers here in the Eastfold are low, and reinforcements will not be coming anytime soon. Go speak with Thane Cútha and ask for whatever numbers he can spare to assist in this endeavor. Okay, so we're gonna rally together, and we are going to do something about the boar orcs. Of course, I already did that single-handedly, but I agree. Interesting that their beacons on the banner don't look too much like the beacons on the actual hill. I can see why, though. They've never actually seen the beacon on the hill. They don't look. Hi, Cútha. I appreciate that you would bring this to my attention. However, you do understand that I am Thane Cútha of Beaconwatch and am beholden to this watch? Right. My sole duty is to stand watch for the lighting of Halafirion. If that beacon is lit, I will personally ride to the east. Besides, I have not heard of these orcs. They cannot be too much of a problem. I apologize, but we cannot provide you any assistance at this time. We are looking full-time at the beacon, which we are currently not watching. I do, however, give you permission to act as you see fit if you deem these orcs a threat. Well, thank you. I appreciate your esteemed permission to defend myself should I be attacked by orcs. Okay, Meregyth, it is down to you, and it is down to me.
What brings you to these lands?
How can Thane Cútha allow this to take place under his watch? So to speak, I understand that he is duty-bound, but there are some matters that must take priority.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I cannot help but think back on a story that has been passed down to every child of the Mark, the legend of King Folca the Hunter. King Folca was responsible for driving the orcs from the White Mountains. Exactly. I mean, he's famous for being killed by a boar, but yes, that's what was his real accomplishment. He would not allow any Rohirrim to hunt the beasts of the wood until this was achieved. After the defeat of the White Mountain Orcs, he took it upon himself to hunt the fabled boar of Everholt. Would you like to hear the story? Sure. Oh, dude, we're not going to get like a Folka session play, are we, Merrick? We are! Oh, you do have the session play icon lurking above you. Hang on, I have to celebrate that, though, by first putting on my boots. Because Gryfflet's got a new pair of boots. Finally completing oh, yes, I think so. Oh, hang on. Need to equip them cosmetically here, too. Wait, can't I? Oh, why don't let me cosmetically equip the... Wait a second. What's the problem here? I mean, I know I could just wear my equipment outfit because I'm pretty much wearing it all. But... okay. Oh, I see. I had the wrong thing selected. Very simple. Okay. And there we are. Finally, he gets his new boots. Right. Excellent. Oh, that's so much better, Gryfflet. It's been worth the delay of all of these weeks. Now, Meregyth, with my new boots on, it is time to do a King Folca session play. Whoa, King Folca, who did not wear much hunting, apparently. This is great. I've never seen this one. Never done the landscape quest in Beaconwatch. Have I ever even been to Beaconwatch? I'm not even sure I have. I went to Fenmarch. For some reason, I can't remember. Wiggin ended up down here in Fenmarch, but I've never been to Beaconwatch, I don't think.
Daughter of the Thane of Fenmarch, retells the story of King Folca the Hunter and the Boar of Everholt. This tale of bravery and vengeance may illuminate details of history that were lost.
Nice. Love the armband. Is that a tooth around his neck? Okay, what are the skills? Spear strike, sure. Shield bash, okay. Puncturing blow. Folka executes a vicious puncturing spear strike. And for Rohan, a powerful spear strike that inflicts incredible damage, but cannot be used often. Fine. Okay. No murder skill, but... Oh, my UI all messed up, of course. Find the trail of the Boar of Everholt. The strong musk of boar wafts in from the north. Okay. Boy, King Folca can scent them across the river? Just wanted to see where I was. Okay. No? Okay, no, that's just some underbrush there. Oh, the musky scent of boar draws nearer. Oh, no, those are mushrooms, not boars. Easy mistake to make. The Boar of Everholt is drinking from the stream. Oh, that's it? It's a little underwhelming. Maybe it's bigger than it appears. 106,000? I've got more hit points than he does. That can never be the Boar of Everholt. Hey there, little piglet. Okay. Well, it's tolerably large from closer to. Wow. Yikes. Okay. Now it's a little bigger. Boom. Oh. You have no chance. You're not even attacking me. Boy, how do you think you're going to defeat King Folca? I'm not sure you are. We're rewriting history. Oh, the Boar of Everholt, which is maybe larger. Boars may be larger than they appear. Okay. Oh, boy, this is so one-sided. There is nothing you can do, Boar of Everholt. Oh, has sustained grave injuries. Oh, look at that. Oh, dear. Verify that it succumbed to its wounds. Is the boar playing possum? Oh, it's healing. The fabled Boar of Everholt collapses as pain overcomes you from a vicious wound. He didn't even touch me. Holy cow, he didn't even touch me. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? And then Pakon and other White Mountain Orcs come. Oh, dear. They come and they bow down. Our mortal enemy felled by a boar. Ah, this powerful creature did what we could not. We will take his skull to wear as a sign of our vengeance. Our numbers will grow again deep in the mountains, hidden from the vile men. The orcs will rise, and we will take our vengeance, well, it should be vengeance, our revenge on the line of Folka. Aha. I see. So they witnessed it, huh? Why vengeance rather than revenge? Because it's more fun. That's all. I enjoy saying the word vengeance. It's fun. I'm afraid that's really my only reason. Okay. Meregyth, that was fun.
What brings you to these lands?
Do you know, I never made the connection until now. These orcs must be the descendants of the White Mountain orcs from King Folca's time. It appears that they took on the appearance of the boars who were ultimately responsible for Folca's demise. As if the situation were not already dire, these orcs do not wish simply to attack, they seek vengeance. See, Meregyth knows. We must attempt to speak with Cúthing again. He must know of this. Agreed. Let's see. Okay. That's the one I want.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Hang on. I need to equip that bracelet there. Okay, there we go. This boar tribe is dangerous and needs to be dealt with swiftly. I am afraid that if they are not stopped soon, they will only grow stronger. Our numbers here in Westfold are low, and reinforcements will not be coming anytime soon. That appears our numbers in Eastfold. Okay, right? No, yeah, this is good, Meregyth. That appears to be Cúthing approaching. He is the Thane's son. We should make sure that he is not too badly injured. Why should we suspect him of being injured at all? One wonders. Well, I mean, okay. The way he's staggering is suggestive, but... The hunting party was small, and we were overtaken quickly by the orcs. I managed to escape, but I cannot say the same for the rest of my party. These orcs appear to be living in tunnels within the White Mountains. You may be correct regarding their origin. They could well be the remnant of King Folca's crusade to destroy the orcs of the White Mountains. If this is true... It's even more fun, Cúthing, to use a subjunctive. If this be true, they have been abiding their time. Bring back the subjunctive mood. We know where they live and perhaps the connection to King Folca. Let me consider this a moment. Boy, Meregyth is really like the captain here. We have more information now than the last time we spoke with Thane Cúthing. Perhaps he will reconsider his position. Go to the mead hall and speak to them at once. Okay. Say, the orcs almost killed your son. I have an idea. How about you put somebody up in your nice tower to watch the beacon, and then you can do other things. As I'm sure must need to happen on occasion, Cúthing. Just saying. Okay. What was I going to look for? Just again, double checking. No landscape quest or no inventory quests.
We must turn to the offensive.
It is unfortunate to hear what happened to my son and his hunting party, but it does not change my position. As I have already said, as Thane of Beaconwatch, my sole duty is to stand watch over Halifirian and ride west when the beacon is lit. I will make one small compromise. I will allow Cúthing to assist in whatever capacity he is able. Now leave me, I must return to my watch. So this is... Cúthing is a man obsessed. This is a little bit illogical, right? Like, by that logic, Cúthing, you would never do anything. Like eat a meal, go to sleep. You must, like, your only duty as Thane is to stand next to that window and stare out it? It's not sense, man. Alright. Alright, Meregyth.
Will you aid the horse lords?
I know that the Thane is duty-bound, but I did not realize that he was also heartless. not to mention an idiot. It appears that we must do without assistance. Cúthing anticipated this and has been working on a plan to strike at the boar tribe.
The Rohirrim
Cúthing has
will
already
need
been
your
expecting the
aid.
orcs to attack, so he had begun working on a plan to strike them first. Okay. I like the cut of his jib. Oh, you're still hunched over there. Just before my hunting party was attacked, I noticed a few cave entrances in the western part of Everholt, deep within the forest. We were attacked near them, and I even saw an orc come through one of them. My plan first requires collapsing those cave entrances to trap them in and prevent them from summoning reinforcements. I like it. Let's do that. I see. It's a very circular town, huh? All right. No other quests? Just, we're very focused here. And nobody's going to send me to find lost jewelry or collect flowers or anything? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hang on a second now. Right. Okay, sorry, I'm just looking over at lore questions while I'm exploring the woods. Lil Redhead asked earlier, around Bree, the Rangers are looked at with disdain. Does that persist through other areas of Middle-earth? Why or why not? Great question. So, Rangers, that's, I mean, that whole characterization is clearly a Bree thing. Oh, and Everhold Huorn. That's fun. I really don't remember the shadows moving like that. I'm literally jumping at shadows, though. Yeah, so in Bree. Shrieking Swearthound? I want nothing to do with that. Remember that the Dunedain, the Rangers, right, we don't get any evidence of them interacting much with anybody else. Partly, of course, this is no doubt because we get we have so little information, right? I mean, Tolkien did very little fleshing out of the world around, like, beyond Bree. And it's funny, I mean, in some ways it's hard even to remember that because Breeland and its immediate surroundings were like the earliest part of the game. So it's easy to think about like the North Downs and you know, the different areas like the Lone Lands and stuff. To think of that from in Lotro terms as like, I mean, it's been around for ages, right? It's like the most familiar part of the world that, you know, many of us have been spending, you know, over a decade, you know, of our lives wandering around in. So it feels, as I say, really super familiar and like well-traveled and such. But remember that it was not so in the books. Okay. Yeah, it was not so in the books. Oh, there we go. Found a tunnel entrance. There were very few people living around. So I don't know. Okay, that's very, very partially blocked, but okay. Yeah, we don't know how many Rangers there were. I mean, there's clearly at least 30, right? Because that's how many show up to help Aragorn. that ride with the Grey Company. So yeah, we know so little about not only the Dunedain themselves, but again, even the places, anywhere around the places where they're located. That there's no real way to sort of answer this. Well, I mean, no, there isn't any way to answer it. But as I say, it seems very likely that they Gryfflet almost crushed by falling stone. Yeah. It does seem that they there we go. Put on my hat, get on my horse, and see if I can make it through the woods without killing myself. Yeah, I mean, is that 30 of them, all of them that are adult male fighting age, Mariel? It's... Ooh. What have we here? Beehives? Bears hanging out? A garden gnome? What exactly is going on here? Uh-oh. And there's a Rohirric lass sleeping in the bed that looks just the right size. And there's 3 bowls of porridge, all of which seem to be empty. Wow, this is a particularly gluttonous Rohirric lass who has ended up sleeping in the little bed. And there are 3 little chairs, all intact. So I'm noticing some similarities and some differences. There's also an unlootable chest. What color do I think her hair might be? Well, is this actually Sam's daughter? I don't think so. So this is the 3 Bears cottage. That's the cottage of like the 3 Bjornings. Okay, Katrana, I'm spinning off to... Okay, let's see. There's a wood bear cub. Hi. There's a mature hill bear and a hostile hill bear. It's just a completely random Easter egg. It's really funny. That's good. That's good. I like it. Okay, anyway, so sorry, Katrana, coming back to your right, I saw a Twitter thread conversation earlier where someone was incredulous that the hobbits didn't encounter any sizable cities until after Bree, until Minas Tirith. Why? That doesn't seem to me unlikely at all. I mean, cities Why should there be cities? I don't understand. Well, first of all, it's not even... Well, the hobbits, okay. The hobbits, I guess, didn't get... But, like, Edoras is a city. Sort of. But, like, why the fixation on cities? I don't understand. Why should there be cities? Urban culture is not, like, all that common. I mean, there are some, like, larger settlements in places. But, I mean, I'm thinking about, you know... Yeah, Marielle says, look at a map of Europe circa 400 CE. Not many cities to be found there either. No, I mean, you think of medieval England, you know, there was London, and London was, you know, became one of the largest cities in the world by, like, the 18th century. So that was very significant. But, oh, Meregyth, you're helping out poor Cúthing, who's still having issues here. But yeah, I mean, other, you know, cities that we would tend to think of. I mean, like, the urbanization of the countryside didn't happen for a long, long time. I mean, it depends on what you mean. It depends on what you mean by city, I guess. Like settlements, towns. I mean, most of Eriador is abandoned. I mean, there aren't people. There just aren't people. So it doesn't seem to me at all strange. I mean, there are other places. We know of other settlements where there are, like, where there are populations, there are some larger settlements, you know, like in Ravanian. You've got Dale, and the Bjornings presumably have a settlement. You know, you've got Edoras, and you've got other places around Rohan, though, of course, the Hobbits don't explore them all. So, yeah. Exactly. Hologro says, even in 1750 England, I've seen their census data, and every city not named London was tiny by modern standards, no more than 50,000 people. Yeah, no, I mean, 50,000 people would have been a significant settlement, a significant number of people. There just aren't that many. There really aren't. So, yeah, there would certainly not be cities spreading the countryside. And again, there aren't even populations. It's like, why would there be? Like, why would one assume that there would be? Like, it's not just that, because it seems to me that the problem there, Katrina, that the problem that those folks were having is not just that they can't imagine people not living in cities, which is kind of a modern thing, but rather that they can't imagine the places not populated with people. But there have been many times and places when much of the wilderness, much of the, you know, countryside was wilderness that was unsettled, and that's how it is throughout almost all of Eriador. Well, okay, so G-Force, sure, there could be spies in cities, and yes, the Fellowship was on a stealth mission, so they weren't going to go through the middle of cities if they could avoid it. Yeah, but there weren't any. I mean, like, the ruins of Eregion, all the way through. I mean, there are no cities. Like, there's no people. It's they didn't go through any populated areas. I mean, look. Let's just look at this, shall we? All right. We're the company, right? And we're heading out from Rivendell, right? We go south and then go through Moria. There's nobody. There's nobody who lives We know of no population, like regular population, south of Rivendell. So let me go to Eriador here. South of Rivendell, before we get to Dunland, there's no population in here. Does it mean that it's wholly abandoned? That there's not a single human being or elf or whatever wandering around here? No, there might well be a few isolated peoples. And of course, the Lotro folks are very creative in, inventing populations, which are very plausible. And I like the world building and thought that they've put into that when they've put populations in Enedwythe, for instance, and what they did in Dunland. So, yeah, I mean, this used to be a kingdom, right? This used to be the elvish kingdom of Eregion, but they're all gone now. And it's not been taken over by, there just isn't enough population to spread even through the lone lands, right? So, I mean, you've got these villages in Breland, but we don't know of anybody living in the North Downs anymore. We don't know of anybody living in the Lone Lands. That's why they're called the Lone Lands, right? We don't know of anybody living in Enedwythe. So you're really talking about these little pockets of civilization that are described in the book, the Shire and Bree and Rivendell. There are some other folk scattered around, no doubt. But Eriador, especially, really is quite abandoned. It's not Rovanian has a bigger population. The elves of Mirkwood, the woodmen, over here between the forest and the mountains, the bardings and the dwarves out here. So there's much more of a stable population than obviously the Rohirrim down here. So there are many more larger populations, and where we have those larger populations, there are towns. There are towns and things which might be considered cities, but there's a lot of abandonment. Again, here's another thing, Catriona, that I would point out. And I know this isn't your observation; these aren't your observations, Catriona. You're just relaying this conversation that you heard. But the other thing that I would say to those random Twitter folks who were talking about this, I think they're making another mistake. They're making another very 20th century mistake in thinking that everything is increasing, right? That obviously populations must be growing, because that's what happens, right? What happens is, progress happens and populations increase and cities get larger. Not in Middle-earth. Not in Middle-earth. There's every reason to think the population is decreasing in Middle-earth, actually. Yes, Skybird, that's actually a really good way to think about it. A lot of Eriador is almost post-apocalyptic after the plague and the war against the Witch King. Yeah, absolutely. And many wars. Yes, you're looking at a number of things. I mean, going back to Eriador there for a second. We, of course, have Moria, right, which used to have a massive population and is now abandoned. We have Eregion, which used to have a large population and is now abandoned. Both of them destroyed. The population slaughtered and or scattered. We used to have a lot of people living up in the North Downs and Evendim. Like, this whole area used to be part of this large human empire that's been destroyed, right, by Angmar, which itself was then destroyed. So yeah, I mean, the all of post-apocalyptic is right. Now, it's a different kind of post-apocalyptic, right? We're not talking about like a, post-nuclear fallout kind of post-apocalyptic continent. But yeah, after there have been massive wars in which all. No, that's quite fair to say. Every single major nation has fallen. Whether, from the the kingship of Gil-galad out on the coast, to the Witch King's realm in Angmar, to the kingdom and empire of Arnor there, and even the 3 separate constituent kingdoms into which it splintered. All of those are gone. Those are all things of the past, and all that there are left are like the remnants of a few people scattered here and there. Dwarves in the mountains now, and some dwarves in the Enidwaith, and doubtless humans living in various settlements. Again, I think that in general, I would say that the populations and towns and settlements that Lotro has added to the game that have absolutely no authority, direct authority, and that's the majority of them, of course, because Tolkien didn't describe the entire world inch by inch in the way that Lotro has developed it. So what else could they do? But I think that everything that they've done there is very plausible to me. And I really like all of the invention that they've done when they have been doing invention. But yes, Eriador is not only post-apocalyptic, but again, in decline. It's I see every reason to believe that the population of Eriador is only a small fraction of what it used to be, and probably decreasing rather than increasing. Okay.
Greetings, friend of
Great execution. Hey, no problem. The orcs probably do not even know what happened yet, and when they do, hopefully it will be too late for them to do anything about it. Now, we must take advantage of the element of surprise. I think if you sneak into their lair, how can I sneak in when I already closed the caves? It might prove more advantageous than trying to bring an army. So your plan is that I take them on single-handedly, huh?
Hail, friend. May
Okay.
I have a moment of
I
your
wish I could
time?
go with you, but my wounds will only prove to be a hindrance. I do not know the orcs' numbers, but you have demonstrated that you are more than equipped to handle them. Head to the south of Beaconwatch, not far from the Mering stream. You will find the main entrance to their lair. Once inside, look for the Boar tribe chieftain and defeat him. Okay. Boy, they are really narrowly focused in Beaconwatch. I've got this like one thread, and there's not a single other quest anywhere in town in the offing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, is Linden erased though? Okay, sorry, let me finish. I gotta go. It's I'm late already. But Mandarin model where I'll get to this here. Is Linden erased? Yes, Gil-galad is gone, and I'm sure a substantial amount of those remaining who returned from the siege sailed west. But is it gone other than the havens? What evidence do we have? Very little. Very little. So yeah. Is it gone? Is Linden gone? I think so. I think so. I think that that they sought the havens. Are there no elves there? No, I'm sure there are. But is there a major settlement there? Is there still a city of elves there? I don't think there is. I really don't. Many of them were slain in the War of the Last Alliance, and doubtless many of them have taken ship since then. But there's no evidence that I can think of that there is a nation of elves in Linden anymore. I can't think of a single reference that even implies that. The Tower Hills and the Grey Havens are the only things that are mentioned, and even those seem to be kind of ghost town-like, right? I mean, the Grey Havens, there are elves who live in the Grey Havens, but they're kind of working the port, right? I don't think so. So as far as we know, Linden is, again, I don't want to say abandoned, because it's not like there wouldn't be anyone there. I do not doubt that of the elves who still wander about, like Gildor and Glorian, right? Of the elves who still wander about Eriador, I don't doubt they make their way to Linden and, walk their way singing sadly through Linden and remembering back to the days of Gil-galad the High King, and all that stuff. But it's but there's no reference anymore to Linden as a nation or as a people. notice how it doesn't come up, or like, here's a place where it would come up, I would think. The Council of Elrond, right? When they're listing the centers of elf power left in Middle-earth, there's no representative from Lindon there. No one even alludes to Lindon. There's, the only strength that is left to resist Sauron is with Círdan at the Havens, or in Rivendell with Elrond, or in Lothlorien with Galadriel. Not in Lindon, right? So yeah, as far as I know, that's it. That's it. Yeah. G-force, yeah. Does being a Tolkien professor bring in the big bucks? No, I am paid mostly in job satisfaction. I am the president of Signum University, and it is from Signum that I derive what salary I derive. But it is true that even that is not princely. But that's okay. It's not why I do it. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Very good. So that was a fun geographical discussion that I didn't anticipate. Thanks for joining me here today. I'll be back next week. I always do this. I always just start saying I'll be back next week, and then I have to stop and think it through. Wait a second. Next week. Yeah, I should totally be here next week. Very good. So next week we shall travel to the Boar tribe orc lair and do some infiltration, and we're getting pretty close to finishing up the Eastfold here. And we already finished up Kingstead. So we got Eastfold and we've got Kingstead. We're starting to work our way through. Broadacres, Stone Deans, the Entwood, Westfold, and Helm's Deep. Compared to all the rest of Rohan here, right? Wildermoor, East Rohan. We're making some good progress here. Definitely some good progress. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. And thanks for joining me. And I will definitely see you guys next week. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.